I finished another sketchbook, and you may have seen this pebbled bench from my first sketchbook video, and I'm back with my second sketchbook. And again, this isn't really meant to be a sketchbook. It's just a small watercolor pad, but it's perfect for traveling and taking around with me everywhere I go. So I use it as my sketchbook, and it's just a perfect size for getting all my thoughts and ideas out. And yeah, so before I get into this, I want to kind of say that I've been doing a lot of experimentation lately and been taking a lot of online courses. So a lot of the things in here may not be personal things. Of course, things I have in here are things I love and enjoy, but they're also based on some of the courses that I took. So there's going to be a lot of there's like color charts and things in here, but I just wanted to show you guys my completed sketchbook and my art journey through this book. So it's held by this clip because it's a lot of leaf papers. And the first one is this cactus that I've got pretty close to, but I definitely need to work more on painting cactuses and succulents. And you can see I experimented with a lot of different mediums for this. I used watercolors, some colored pencils, and gel pens for this, and just really came out of my comfort zone. I have a color chart right here for all of my different shades of greens that I did for a botanical class that I took. And this was pretty helpful and fun to see all of the different shades of green that I can create using my yellows and my blues. And because when we look at a plant, we see green, but there are so many different shades of greens out there. So instead of taking time to figure that out, I can just look at my color chart and try to match up the green that I see. So yeah, this is a little mini color chart right here. And this one's also from the botanical painting class. And this was like the first few times when I actually really painted flowers and botanicals, and I really love it. That's really what I paint nowadays. And I remember I've always wanted to paint flowers, but really didn't know where to start and begin. So I think experimenting with that in my sketchbook is a really great intro, and it gives me the confidence to continue practicing and mastering painting botanicals. So I have one that I really love. This one though kind of looks like a cabbage to me. I really like this one though because of the colors, and even though everything, like I made a lot of mistakes in this one, like the petals are really difficult. I think drawing botanicals is so difficult because of how organic it is, and you have to really make decisions like which petal do I focus on, what do I want to accentuate and draw the viewer's attention to. So I definitely made a lot of mistakes in the petals, but I really love the colors I use in this. I think they're very harmonious and it gives a really illustrative feel that I'm always wanting to go towards. So I really love this sunflower that I did right here. This one is a rough sketch that I did that I think the hardest part is actually making the first mark, and it's not going to always be great like this. I did not like this piece at all, but it's okay. I think it challenges you to start over again and be patient and learn from my mistakes. And this one, this page is really out of my comfort zone, and this is probably what a sketchbook would look like to many viewers and artists. And when I go to YouTube and people do a lot of sketchbook show and tells, they have layouts like this. But honestly, I think a sketchbook should just be like a dump of all of your thoughts and ideas, and even if it's not necessarily going anywhere, at least putting your ideas down and your thoughts down can be very helpful. It's kind of like a visual journal in a sense, and I don't think there's like a right or wrong way to do it. And this is from a course that I took from Sori Kim, and she does a lot of creature design with ink, and so this was my first attempt, and yeah, first time using ink, and it's a different medium, but I think the sketchbook is really great for exploration and just experimentation. And this is just, so I drew this creature based on moray eels, and they're really creepy. If you have not seen pictures of moray eels, they're absolutely terrifying. And by the end, I drew this little moray eel dog and he looks so cute. Look at him. Definitely not intentional, but he came out to be very cute, and I tried to give him a little pet collar and tag, because I'm a dog walker, so I don't recommend you keeping moray eels as pets. So people do keep them as pets, but I wouldn't. They're really creepy, and I'm not really sure how to take care of them, and I never seen them in my local pet store, but apparently some people do keep them as pets, and I guess some people say that they are pretty cute, I guess. This is from the botanical class that I mentioned before. They're not in order because they're very loose, and I just kind of quickly put them together, but I did a quick sketch of the different plants in my backyard, and like I said, botanicals, they're really hard. Drawing anything is really hard, but botanicals is a whole nother thing. And the thing about botanicals is when you make a mistake, it just looks more abstract. So it doesn't look ugly or off in a sense. If you practice drawing anatomy and portraits, then that will look very off. But for botanicals, it will just look more abstract, which isn't necessarily bad, but definitely something to be careful about, especially if you're not going for an abstract look. Yeah. And the next couple of pages is just all the same thing. And like I said, I only have 12 sheets in here, so it's very quick, a very mini quick sketchbook tour. But these last two pages are pretty much just practicing gradations and blending with watercolors. And because I've been taking a lot of courses. So the courses that I'm taking are from Schoolism and Domestica. Those two I really like because the format is fun, interesting, but also it's guaranteed that you're learning from someone who is expert in your field as opposed to YouTube. And for YouTube, there's a lot of experts as well, but you'll just have to sift through and filter. But for Domestica and Schoolism, you're guaranteed, especially Schoolism, you are guaranteed to learn from somebody who is an expert in their field. And I recommend you checking them out if you want to take some online courses, because they offer a lot. And this is definitely not sponsored at all, but that's what I've been doing, and that's what I've been up to most of these days, is just studying and practicing and applying. And I think taking these classes is really fun. It gets me out of my comfort zone. It allows me to explore and experiment. And I have to say, before, I've never really got into keeping a sketchbook. This is probably my second sketchbook, and I've been doing art for a few years now. But I think first, I did not know what was so important and beneficial about having a sketchbook until I took my course on Domestica, especially from Sori Kim. She does like a sketchbook class, and I think like everything I said, having a sketchbook is really great for exploration and for doing things that you won't be judged, and you're just having fun. And I think that's what's really important, is to have fun, experiment and explore, and you'll be really surprised about what you can do. And I think keeping a sketchbook is also beneficial because I built up confidence from seeing what I've done. I'm less afraid to jump out of my comfort zone and to do something that I'm unfamiliar with, because maybe the first time I do it is terrible. It's absolutely shitty, but no one's judging, and over time you will improve. And like I said, getting the first mark down is the hardest, but once you go from there, no matter how horrendous it looks, knowing that you already made it through one of the hardest parts of just starting is really helpful in sticking with your art journey. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this and talk about what I've been up to and how keeping up with the sketchbook is very helpful in many ways. And I'm really excited to show you guys the third sketchbook that I'm currently working on right now. And once that is completed, I will definitely show you guys that and explain more about keeping a sketchbook and maybe some guidelines about keeping a sketchbook. and I'll have some more personal pieces to show you guys, so I'm really excited about that. And yeah, I hope you like my mini sketchbook tour, and yeah, if you enjoyed it, if this gave you just a hint of inspiration, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and keep working on your craft. Okay, till next time, hugs and kisses. Bye.